guys, in today's video I'll be sharing with you the maintenance and the takedown of my spring mini twist. But before that, let me show you guys just briefly how I installed them and the final results. You can watch the entire video. I'll put the link up there so you can go check it out. One of the most important things when it comes to maintaining and protecting your hair is ensuring that you sleep in a satin bonnet or on a satin pillowcase. I do both. I just love to protect both of my hair and my skin. So this is 2 weeks into my protective hairstyle. This is after the New Year's, but before me traveling to Italy. So yes, this is how I've been rocking it, just putting it up in a bun. I repaired my side bang situation because I saw that those are the only ones that needed repair. You can see getting frizzy at the edges, so that's what I did. That's the minimal repair that I did at week 2. But for the rest of the hair, you can see that the hair is looking really nice because the hair was up in a bun. So the only places that were getting old were the perimeters of my hair, but the hair itself from the inside, like the crown, it was still looking nice and fresh. So I used a pinch size of the product that I used to install the hair, and I began to braid the root and then twisted the rest of my hair. I only did this to the bangs and the back, just at the edges, because those are the areas I feel like needed more tension. The rest of the hair was just twisted from the get-go. Next, I go through my ends just to see which ones are frizzy and then go over them with the product once more, and that's the maintenance for week 2. So this is how my hair is looking like in 4 weeks. I thought I was going to keep my hair in for 4 weeks, but after seeing how good they still look, I decided to add some more weeks. For maintenance, I did the search and destroy method, where I just snipped off some ends that I saw they're not looking so great, thinning out. Yeah, so that's what I did. I used the Saru curl pudding, the exact same product I used to install the twists, to apply on the frizzy ends, just to make sure that they're nice and coated and protected. And guys, I experienced so much shrinkage. Just look at this. Look at this. Yes, that's like how many inches that curls up like that. So when it comes to styling, I didn't do much styling throughout the period I kept my hair in. Like today, I just kept my hair in the 3 pom-poms. This was a weekend hairstyle, and then I released my 2 cute bangs. I leave those in for cuteness. So just go over it with some product just to make sure that they are nice and protected. And that's pretty much it for week 4. This is water, aloe vera gel, and some glycerin. And yes, we are moisturizing at week 6 into the hairstyle. Now you can see like my roots are getting puffy. You can see the growth coming in. So yeah, I think now it's when it's visible, right? Yeah, so I felt like my hair is getting dry, so we decided let's not waste time, let's moisturize. The aloe vera gel that I used in this mix, I did a DIY harvest from the plant that I have outside. So yeah, this is pretty much raw aloe vera gel, and I use that and store it in the fridge as always. So you can see my ends are looking really good. They don't look bad. The only thing that I see is the problem is my roots, but the length of my hair and the ends, they look really good. Still nice and shiny, nice, not so frizzy. So yeah, I am impressed by the product. Actually, I have to give props to the product because the beeswax and all the other nice ingredients just give my hair longevity. So this is how I decided to style my hair, a deep side part with some gold bobby pins, and that's the hair for week 6. So this is week 7, and this is how my hair has aged throughout the weeks. I am so impressed with my hair. It still looks good. I could go a couple of more weeks, but I know the build-up at the roots will finish me. So today I'm just moisturizing and sealing. So this time I'm using the product that I used throughout. Same product, didn't change a thing. I'll be concentrating the product on my ends and on the length of my hair, avoiding my roots because I'm trying to avoid buildup. And I am reapplying the product like this only once ever since I installed this hairstyle. So by now you have noticed something, and if you haven't noticed, then let me tell you. I do not wash my hair while in a protective hairstyle, so you've noticed I haven't shown you any wash process. That's because I do not wash my hair when it's in a protective hairstyle. So I do have a routine that I did at around week 4 when my hair was feeling itchy. I'll put that video link up there at the corner so you can go check the video out, because that's what I do when I'm feeling the itch on my scalp. I just use dilute apple cider vinegar and then I follow it up with a light oil, and that's it. So I'll have that video up there so you can go check that out. So this is how my hair is looking, guys, at week 7. So I finally decided to take down my hair at the end of week 8. 2 months, man. 2 months. So for the takedown, I'll be working in sections, just the same way I did when I was installing my hair. I'll be starting from the back, working all the way to the front. I'll also be saturating each section with oil, which will help me break down the buildup and also take down my hair with minimal breakage. The oil that I'm using is cold pressed sunflower oil, but you can use any oil of your choice. I massage the spot where I feel there's buildup before I start taking down my hair, and for that we're going to finger detangle while taking down the hair, because it's very important to work in really small sections to get out that shed hair and to ensure that you have minimal breakage. So I urge you to take your time with this process. Be very gentle, there's no hurry. Installation is important and takedown is equally as important as installation. Don't be tempted to use a tool when taking down your hair, especially at this point, because you will experience some breakage. So if you've stayed with your hair for so long, don't use a tool. Instead, look for a playlist that will keep you busy and will keep you occupied while you just gently take down your hair. No hurry, because if you're in a hurry, just put your hair up and go about your business until when you have time, because it's very important. Now you can see I've experienced some webbing at the roots, and this is because I did section with my fingers. Now my fingers just get the two sections to twist, so it's normal to experience some form of intertwining of the hair, but just be gentle when you're taking it down so that you don't break the hair. You can tell that I'm really enjoying my playlist, right? And it's important, guys, to have a good mood when you're taking down your hair, because if you're moody or if you're frustrated, you'll take it out on your hair, and you don't, trust me, you don't want that. So make sure you are setting yourself up to have a good mood, to be comfortable, so that you're not frustrated, you're not getting tired, angry, and hungry. Okay, guys. So we have successfully taken down this twist, removed the shed hair. You guys saw how they had intertwined in the hair, and now we have a nice detangled small section, and it's important to work in this small section, guys. It's really important. So midway I noticed that I had rigid nails, and trust me, you don't want that, causing breakage into your hair. So I should have probably done this before starting the whole process, but hey, better catch it early. So I am done with the second section, and this is how we're looking. I like to twist each section as I go, just to keep them away from each other and away from tangling, and this will help later on, even when I'm doing my wash day process. For the third row, I decided to punch you guys in so you can see exactly what I mean when I say there's some webbing at the roots, and how gentle you need to be when you're taking down the hair, because if you were to just pass through a comb, this would be lots and lots of breakage. So you need to take your time, at least start off with finger detangling, and then you can later on do a run with your comb or your detangling brush or whatever you use to detangle your hair, tool wise, that is. And I am done with the third row, and you can see how great we are moving. Here I am done with the entire back section, and you can see we are doing great. Now we move on to the front section. I did something different with this front section. I saturated each big section and let them sit for a while. I still went in row by row, ensuring that each small section is well saturated with the oil. You can take things a notch higher and decide to wear a shower cap as the hair rests. Now I recommend this because this is like a proper pre-poo, and it will help with loosening up the build-up, making it easy for you to just take down your hair. Now we will do one last takedown for the people at the back who are not paying attention. So yeah, we just take down the hair gently. You already saw that I lubricated the whole strand just to ensure that when I am detangling and my hair wants to knot up at the ends, they'll just slide off of each other because there's some nice lubrication with the oil. Don't be afraid to apply a little bit of friction, especially where there's the buildup, just to get it going, because sometimes they can be a bit stubborn, but of course be gentle. So when it comes to picking out a detangler, I prefer using oil, but you have various options. You can use a regular conditioner, you can use an actual detangler which is store-bought, and you can use a DIY mix of water, apple cider vinegar and baking soda. Now this all depends on you and what works best for you. Always have a snack near you, especially when you're feeling like you're running low on energy. I am drinking mango juice because it's mango season. So this is all the shed hair that I took out after 2 months of being in a protective hairstyle. It looks a lot because it's dry, but not so much. And we are done with the takedown. It took me around 4 to 5 hours to complete. I hope this video was helpful in one way or another because it is essential for your healthy hair journey, and I'll catch you on the next one. Mwah!